Okay, so maybe you're thinking about using AI to plan your next RV trip.
Yeah.
Imagine this. You tell the AI where you want to go and
Yeah.
what kind of rig you have, any specific needs, and
Wow.
it just maps out the whole adventure for you.
That'd be amazing.
That's what we're going to be digging into today
Yeah.
with a real-world test case.
Cool.
We used ChatGPT and Google Gemini,
Okay.
and we gave them the same challenge.
Okay.
Plan a trip from Gardnerville, Nevada to Needles, California in a Super C motorhome with a max of 3 hours driving per day.
Okay.
And only RV parks that have 50 amp hookups.
Got it.
So what's interesting here is that both AIs were able to handle those constraints,
Yeah.
but their approaches to solving the problem differed in ways that highlight their strengths and potential weaknesses.
So they both did it, but they did it differently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was blown away by how quickly they both came up with these detailed itineraries.
Oh, wow.
ChatGPT was really conversational, like it was chatting with you about the trip, and even offered to book the campgrounds for you.
Wow.
But looking closer, I noticed it stuck to a pretty straightforward route down Highway 395.
Okay, so ChatGPT seems to prioritize efficiency and following instructions to the letter.
Yeah.
It found the most direct route, included stops that fit all the requirements, and even suggested some local attractions along the way.
Right.
So it really tries to stick to what you asked for.
Exactly. But Google Gemini took a different approach.
Oh.
Instead of sticking to Highway 395, it actually suggested going through Baker, California, and Kingman, Arizona.
Interesting. So that difference in routes really gets to the heart of how these AIs interpret your needs.
Right.
ChatGPT optimized for the shortest distance, while Google Gemini prioritized staying within that 3-hour driving limit you set,
Yeah.
even if it meant a slightly longer overall trip.
Right.
So which route is better really depends on what you value most as a traveler.
Exactly. And it makes you think, what other factors might the AI consider in the future?
Right.
Like maybe you prefer scenic routes or need to factor in gas prices.
Yeah, for sure.
This is where the human element still comes in.
Absolutely. AI can be a great tool to get you started and handle the initial research, but ultimately, you're the one who knows your preferences best.
Right.
You get to decide what trade-offs are worth it. And that personal touch is still crucial for planning a trip you'll truly enjoy.
Okay, so both AIs gave us some campground recommendations. Let's zoom in on those for a minute.
Right.
ChatGPT suggested places like the Bishop RV Park at the Tri-County Fairgrounds, highlighting its spacious sites with views of the Sierra Nevada. And Google Gemini recommended Baker Dunes RV Resort, which has a swimming pool and even a playground for kids. So they're not just spitting out names.
Right.
They're picking places with amenities that might appeal to someone on this kind of trip.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love a pool after a day of driving?
Exactly. It's impressive. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
While AI can be a fantastic starting point, it's crucial to do your own research before booking anything.
You can't just blindly trust what the AI tells you.
Exactly. Double-check availability, compare prices, read reviews from other RVers.
Yeah.
What looks perfect on paper might not be the best fit in reality.
Right.
AI can help you narrow down the options,
Yeah.
but it's still up to you to make the final decision based on your personal needs and preferences.
Okay, so AI can handle the initial legwork of trip planning,
Yes,
but it's still just a tool you still need to bring your own knowledge and judgment to the table.
definitely.
But I'm curious, what did you find most interesting about how these two AIs tackled the same challenge?
What struck me was how their different priorities led to very different solutions. ChatGPT focused on following your instructions as closely as possible,
Yeah.
while Google Gemini seemed more willing to interpret those instructions and suggest alternatives based on what it considered a better overall experience.
That's a good point. It's almost like ChatGPT is a very literal assistant,
Yeah,
while Google Gemini is a bit more of a strategic planner.
right.
And that raises a bigger question as AI evolves. How much control do we want to give it? Do we want it to just follow our instructions, or do we want it to start making decisions for us based on what it thinks is best?
That's a fascinating question,
It is.
and one we'll dig into more after a quick break.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, right?
Right.
Like, how much control do we actually want to hand over to AI
Right.
when it comes to something as personal as, like, travel?
Exactly. Right now, we're giving these AIs pretty basic parameters.
Right.
But imagine telling it, hey, I love scenic mountain roads, or I'm a total foodie, hook me up at the best local spots.
And that's where things get really exciting. As AI develops, It could potentially factor in all sorts of personal preferences,
Yeah.
creating trips that are truly tailored to your individual tastes and desires.
So it's instead of just getting a list of campgrounds,
Right.
you get a list of campgrounds that perfectly match your vibe.
Exactly.
Plus recommendations for restaurants you would actually love,
Yeah.
and maybe even a detour to that quirky roadside attraction
Right.
you'd never even heard of, but totally would be your jam.
Think about it. AI suggesting a hidden hiking trail
Right.
based on your fitness level and, love for panoramic views,
Yeah.
or a local craft brewery known for the exact style of beer you prefer.
It's like having a personal travel agent who knows you better than you know yourself.
Right. But of course, with any new technology, there are practical considerations and potential downsides we need to think about.
Totally. Like, what about data privacy?
Yeah.
If AI is going to create these hyper-personalized trips,
Right.
it needs to know a lot about us.
Yeah.
Does that raise any red flags for you?
It's definitely a valid concern. We need to make sure this technology is used responsibly and that users have control over their data.
Yeah.
We also have to think about accessibility.
Uh-huh.
Will this kind of advanced AI trip planning be available to everyone?
Right.
Or will it become a luxury reserved for a select few?
And what about the impact on the travel industry itself?
Right.
Will human travel agents become obsolete? How will local businesses adapt to a world where AI is curating experiences?
So many questions.
I know.
But it's important to have these conversations now
Right.
as this technology is developing.
Exactly.
After all, AI is a tool, and it's up to us to decide how we want to use it.
I think it's important to remember that travel is ultimately about personal connection and discovery.
Right.
No matter how advanced AI becomes, it can never truly replicate the feeling of stepping off the beaten path,
Yeah.
having a spontaneous conversation with a local,
Right.
or simply being surprised by the unexpected.
I couldn't agree more. AI can be an incredibly powerful tool, but it should complement our travel experiences,
Yes.
not replace the joy of exploration and those authentic human interactions.
So for you listening, what does this all mean for your next trip?
Right.
How can you start using AI to enhance your own travel planning today?
That's a great question. There are already a number of AI-powered travel apps and websites available
Oh, cool.
that can help you find flights, discover hidden gems, and even create personalized itineraries based on your interests and budget.
And as we've seen with ChatGPT and Google Gemini,
Right.
even just playing around with these tools can spark creative ideas and help you think outside the box when planning your next adventure.
The key is to approach AI as a partner in the planning process,
Yeah.
not as a replacement for your own curiosity and decision-making.
Right.
Use it as a starting point, a source of inspiration, and a way to simplify the logistics.
Yeah.
But don't let it dictate your entire trip. Leave room for spontaneity, embrace the unexpected,
Yes.
and most importantly, have fun.
I love that stay curious.
Yes.
It's like a mantra for the modern traveler.
Absolutely.
We've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
From the nitty-gritty of AI-generated itineraries to the philosophical implications of AI shaping the future of travel.
It's a big topic.
It is. But before we wrap up, I have one final slightly provocative question for you, our listener.
Oh, I do love a good thought-provoking question.
Okay, so we've talked about how AI can personalize travel based on our preferences.
Right. But what about those things we don't even know we want? Could AI help us discover hidden passions or push us outside our comfort zones
Interesting.
in ways we never imagined?
That is a fascinating question.
Isn't it?
Imagine an AI that not only caters to your known preferences, but also introduces you to entirely new experiences
Yeah.
based on an analysis of your personality interests and even perhaps your unexpressed desires.
Right. It could analyze your reading history,
Yeah.
your music playlists,
Wow.
even your social media activity to uncover hidden patterns and suggest travel experiences that align with your deeper self,
Yeah.
even if you haven't consciously articulated them yet.
It's a tantalizing prospect, isn't it?
That is.
To have an AI travel companion that doesn't just fulfill your expectations,
Yeah.
but expands your horizons and helps you discover new facets of yourself through the transformative power of travel.
Exactly. It's almost like AI becomes a catalyst for personal growth and self-discovery.
Guiding us toward experiences that challenge and inspire us in ways we never anticipated.
And perhaps in doing so, it redefines the very purpose of travel,
Right.
shifting it from a mere escape or leisure activity to a journey of self-exploration and personal transformation.
Wow, that's a powerful thought to leave our listeners with.
It is.
AI has the potential to change how we travel and how we understand ourselves and the world around us.
Yeah.
So we'll leave you to ponder the possibilities. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of AI and travel.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep exploring. Yeah, it really makes you think about all the possibilities.
Oh no, it's crazy.
Like how AI could open up these whole new worlds, experiences we might never have thought about on our own.
Right. And the thing is, this isn't just some far off, futuristic idea.
Right.
This technology is developing so fast.
Absolutely. We're
Mhm.
seeing these huge breakthroughs
Yeah.
in machine learning and data analysis, and that's letting AI understand human behavior
Oh.
and preferences in ways we couldn't have even imagined just a few years ago.
I mean, just think about how personalized our online experiences are already.
Oh, yeah.
Streaming services, they recommend movies based on our viewing history.
Uh-huh.
Social media feeds curate content based on our interactions, and
Oh.
online stores suggest products they seem to know our tastes better than we do.
Exactly. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
As AI evolves, it's going to be able to gather and process
Right.
even more data about our interests, our habits,
Wow.
even our subconscious desires.
So imagine applying that to travel.
Right.
What if an AI could say, hey, based on your reading list
Yeah.
and the music you listen to, I think you would really love exploring the ancient ruins of Greece
Oh, wow.
and soaking up the Mediterranean culture.
Or it suggests a road trip,
Yeah.
through the American Southwest because it's
Wow.
picked up on this fascination with Native American art and history.
It's mind-blowing to think that AI could help us uncover these hidden passions,
Yeah. And connect us with experiences that resonate on this deeper level.
And that's what I find so exciting about this whole thing.
I know.
It's not just about convenience or, making things more efficient.
Right.
It's about using AI to deepen our travel experiences
Uh-huh.
and maybe even discover new sides of ourselves, in the process.
It's almost like AI becomes this trusted travel companion,
Yeah.
guiding us toward experiences that challenge and inspire us,
Right.
even if we didn't know we were looking for them.
And maybe, just maybe, that leads to a more fulfilling and, meaningful way to travel,
Yeah.
where it's not just about checking things off a list,
Right.
but about personal growth and genuine connection with the world around us.
That's a really powerful vision for the future of travel.
It is.
But of course, with any powerful tool, there's always the question of, how it will be used.
You're absolutely right. As AI evolves, it's so important to have these open and honest conversations
Yeah.
about the ethical implications, the potential risks.
And how we can make sure this technology benefits everyone.
We need to think about data privacy, accessibility, and the potential impact on local communities
Yeah.
and the travel industry as a whole.
For sure.
It's up to all of us to shape the future of AI
Right.
in a way that enhances our travel experiences
Huh.
without compromising our values.
Well said. So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI and travel, I hope you, the listener, are left with this sense of possibility and maybe even a little bit of wonder.
The future of travel is unfolding right before our eyes,
It is.
and AI is going to play a huge role in shaping that future.
Absolutely.
It's exciting, a little bit daunting, and definitely something we need to keep our eyes on.
Stay curious, ask questions, and be open to the unexpected.
Yes.
Who knows what incredible adventures await us on the road ahead?
Thanks for joining us on this fascinating exploration of AI and travel. Until next time, keep exploring.
Curious about all the incredible ways AI can transform your RV travels? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join the adventure. It's going to be an epic journey